I'm Dr. Jessica Eastman, and this is an open Q&A. And everyone who's present to please join us by turning on your videos.
I am curious, you're mentioning how it is countercultural and it's so deeply ingrained in us to just like work hard and prove our worth through how much we make and how fit we are and things like that. But what are some like daily routines or like daily reminders or things that like I could tell myself on a daily basis that would help me with having more like self-acceptance, I guess, which I know that's funny because I'm literally like trying to do more work to accept myself. But I'm curious if there is anything that you recommend.
I mean, it's hard for me to answer this specifically because I don't know you. So I don't know exactly what you would struggle with, but the two things that are kind of, they're similar that I would suggest you start with. So the first one, I've heard it called two different things. The two most common things I hear it called are glimmers, or I was reading about a neuroscientist the other day who calls it tiny little joys, which is being on the lookout as you go through your day for tiny little things. And in this case, maybe tiny little things about yourself that you like, that you're proud of, that you appreciate, that bring you joy. And it doesn't have to be like, I'm awesome, I think I'm a babe, I think I'm a cat. Like, it doesn't have to be a grandiose statement, right? Like, if that feels out of reach for you, don't do it, But if you're like, I think this is a cool outfit today, or I think I was really kind to that barista, to start to train your brain to notice the things that you appreciate or to notice the things that you're good at, because our brains are really, really hardwired to pay attention to the negative. It keeps us alive, but our brains are not that good at keeping us both alive and happy. So the default is they keep us alive. The work for us to do is to be happy. So tiny little joys. And then the other thing and this we could go into a whole other tangent on because it's related to the dopamine pathways. But this habit is called binding behaviors. And so when you are trying to change a behavior, what the suggestion is bind the behavior that you're trying to change to something else. So if, for example, you catch yourself often in this like thinking negatively about yourself, bind that behavior to something else. And so like every time you have a bad or a negative thought about yourself, pair it with something that you find is encouraging, or a distraction technique, or a reminder of like, okay, but I am good at this, or I am adding value to this person's life, so that you start to route your brain away from just constantly running down the same channel.
Could you give like an example of how that would look? I'm having a little hard time following that.
Yeah, I mean, it can be as simple as like you walk by the mirror and you look at yourself and you're like, ugh, I really don't like how my belly looks right now. And you catch yourself in that moment and you're saying, okay, but that doesn't matter as much as the fact that I'm really kind and I am making this person's life better by supporting them as a friend. Or like, but like I did a really good job at work today and that project is going to be successful because I helped. Just like start to train yourself that like, yes, I'm not super stoked about this part of my body or this part of my personality or this part of my life, but I am also good at these things, or I appreciate this component of myself, or like, I do my dishes every night. Whatever it is totally, the work here for sure is about being able to catch yourself in those moments. So it's a lot about self-awareness.
Whenever you're ready, here are 4 ways that Porn Reboot can help you out for free. The first way is to subscribe to our channel and make sure that you click on the notification bell to get a new video every other day. The second way is to actually get a free copy of my book, Confessions of a Porn Addict, 7 Secrets of Porn-Free Men, where you'll learn about my personal struggle and the lessons I learned over the past 14 years, as well as get strategies for putting together your own personalized reboot plan and ending your compulsive behavior with pornography or masturbation. So click on the link in the description below this video to get the free ebook. And thirdly, if you're not sure where you'd like to start, but you'd like to learn more about my team and I, or you'd like to spend time with more like-minded professionals like entrepreneurs, business owners, men who work in sales or consulting or high-level jobs, men who are controlling their behavior, then join our free and confidential group, the Porn Reboot group on Facebook. There's also a link to join the group in the description below this video. And finally, If you need our help right now because you have a burning issue, it's an emergency. Your behavior with pornography is hurting you mentally. You're about to lose your relationship and you want to live up to your potential or be an authentic man and free yourself from shame, guilt, and underachieving, then click on the link in the description below this video that actually says free coaching call, or visit elevatedrecovery.org and click on the link which says book a call.